Welcome back everybody. So in today's video we'll be going through the process of installing Python on Mac OS environment. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so like I mentioned in today's video we will be going through the process of installing Python on Mac OS environment. But before we get started, let's actually check if Python is currently installed on our environment. So to do that, I will head over to terminal and I will run a Python command to see if it's installed on our machine. So the command that I'm going to run is this one for Python 3 and we'll check the version. Okay. Alright, so you can see that we have Python 3.9 currently installed, but this one was actually installed by default with our machine. But when you go over to the Python official website, you can see that Python 3.13 is the latest version. So how do we install this Python latest version now to our environment and use it? So that's what I will be showing you in this video. Alright, so to do that, all you have to do is go to the official Python website, just go to your browser and type Python download, and you will see python.org or .org, and this is the official Python website where we will be downloading our Python programming language. Okay, so now when you go to the website here, you will see by default you will see this downloads page, and you can see your operating system is by default recognized. So for me, I'm on Mac. If you're on Windows, you will see most likely Windows right here. To download Python, all you have to do is just hit here where it says download Python 3.13. This is the latest version of Python. If you want to download previous versions, then you will most likely have to scroll down and check the version that you want to download. But for me, I'm okay with this latest version, so I'm just going to hit here where it says download, and this will start the downloads. Okay, so this should not take long, so let's just wait, and once it's done, we'll go through the installation process. Alright, so it's done downloading now, and to install you can open here and just double click, or you can also open it directly from here, and this will open the installer. Alright, so you can see now that we have the installer right here. So I'm going to close these other tabs right here. Okay, so this is the installer, and we just need to run through it. Okay, so I'm just going to hit continue here, and you can read the, I believe this is a certificate, this is the license and all. We'll continue here and continue with the license agreement, click agree. Okay, and we will go ahead and install. So it's going to install about 188 MB in your disk space, so we are okay with that. And here we enter our password right here. So this is the password that we use to log into our computer, so just enter it and click continue. Alright, so this is going to now install the Python files to our environment, and this might take less than a minute. So you can see here says less than a minute to install the remaining files. So we'll just let it continue. Oh, that's done. That was pretty quick. Okay, so as you can see now, it is done installing right here, and it opened. Actually, this window popped when it was still installing. This window popped here, and you can see this one is Python 3.13. So this one I believe is in applications, and you can use this one. So this is the Python idle. So this is, if you open this actually is the editor for Python. So you can use here to run Python commands. So for example, here we installed Python 3, so you can, if you run Python, actually this is already Python idle, so we just need to run commands here. For example, print hello world right here. Okay, and that is going to print it. So you can print other things like 2 + 2 format operations and things like that. So you can see immediately your Python is up and running. Okay, so we are going to close this, and I'm going to close this as well and move this to trash. All right, so now when you head back over to terminal right here, let's see if we can run the same version, the same code. So you can see it's still pointing to 3.9. okay, so let me see. I will close this window again and bring it back up, and see if it's still doing the same thing, right? So we'll just run Python 3 fashion again. And now you can see that it is pointing to 3.13. So now this is the latest version, and by default Python sets the path in your environment. Okay, so if you now check which Python here, which Python 3, you will see that it's automatically added to your path. Okay, so that is pretty neat, right? Because now when you install Python, it's automatically added to your environment. If you type Python 3 and check the version and it's still pointing to the older version, then you might need to modify your path and add it. So to do that, you actually will need to do a few things. So if you go to your home page, you will see your home directory, you will see that we have these hidden files with the latest versions of Mac, and I'm using right here, I'm using Mac Sonoma 14. So with the latest one, actually the environment variables that you need to set is this one. You need to add your paths to C shell RC, so right there. And so in the previous versions of Mac, I think we did have bash profile, and that's where you used to add your environment and set your paths and all. But in this case, we will be setting it inside here. So to do that, just go inside there. So if you go to, if you use VI, if you use VI and go to bash, actually no, C RC like that. This is your you can set it right here. You can set the path for your Python right here. Okay, so all you have to do again to do that is, if you don't see it anywhere, if you type Python 3 and it is giving you the wrong version, right? If it's giving you the wrong version, then all you have to do is just go to the location where Python is located, and in that case, usually Python by default is installed inside the library. So library, frameworks, and it's inside Python framework. Okay, so right here, and then if you go to versions, if you go to CD versions, right here, you will see the versions of Python. So if you have installed several versions of Python, you will be seeing them right here. And now the one that you want to set, if you want to set for a 3.13 in this case, so we'll just go to CD 3.13, and inside here you will see now the pin directory where we have the Python commands. Okay, so now if you want to set if you want to add this to the path so that this latest one can be recognized, then all you have to do is just copy this and we will add it to the path using export. So to do that, I'm going to actually I have this one written already, so you just need to add this onto the path. So just export path and navigate to the location where it's installed for. So in this case we have 3.13, and just add path here. Okay, so just copy this and then head over to your home directory. Okay, that's your home directory, and then we just need to bring up the file that we need to add to for Python. So in this case, C shell RC like this. Okay, and all you have to do is just paste it right here. Just if you hit I on your keyboard, that will let you edit this file, and you can use nano. You don't have to use VI. I just, I'm more used to using VI, and then just paste it right here. Just paste that export right here, and this is basically, pointing to the location where your Python code is located. Okay, so you can see now that we are pointing to 3.13, and all you have to do is just hit escape and then shift:\WQ to save this file. Okay, so you only do that in case after installing Python you don't see the latest version by default showing. Okay, so but you can see for me it was showing, so I don't need to do anything. I think by default the machine will do it for you. It will add it automatically to your path, but again, if it doesn't do that, then just follow the steps I just showed you. And once you do that, sometimes you might have to refresh it. So to refresh it, you do source and just refresh that file. So just do source csh cshRC, right? Okay. And once you do that, you will now start executing this command, and it is going to be working pretty nicely. Okay. And this is the same way if you want to use a different version in your environment. So say you have installed 3.13 now, and then the next time you install 3.14, and then you use 3.14 for some time, and then you realize that there's an issue with 3.14 and you want to go back, then you can just come back here and update the environment, and it should start running with the version that you have specified here. Okay. So that's just quickly how you can set the environment variable so that you are able to use the version of Python that you need. Okay, and from here now we can start writing our code. So for example, we can head over, I can actually head over to Sublime here, and I'm going to write a basic Python code here. So I'm just going to write a Python code. Actually, let's save it first so that can make our life much easier. So I'm just going to save this file, and I will save it inside my home directory. Let's see if we have a Python folder here. We don't, so I'm just going to create a Python folder within my home directory right here, and I'm going to create one for Python. Okay, and inside here we will save, just say hello world, hello world.py. Okay, so it's Sublime, and just going to get out of here, and I will just say hello world, and we will print hello world. Okay, and we'll just call this hello world right here, and we will save it. And now when we head over to our terminal, okay, we can cd to that location where we have Python, like so, and then we just run this command, print Python 3 hello world. Okay, so I think we need to modify this like so, and save it, and then we just need to run it again. There we go. Okay, so we can now see that we have our Python running properly, and there are several ways. Like this case, I'm using Sublime. You can use any text editor. You can use Notepad++. You can use even idle, or you can just run directly from here. So if you can actually run directly from here in your terminal. So you can say Python 3, and this is going to bring the interpreter right here. So if you just want to quickly experiment with Python, you can do it from here. So you can see Python, you can see, let's say for example, print Python hello world, and just close it, and this is going to print it. Okay, and you can print something like print 2 plus 2. Okay, there we go. So you can do all of the programming within the terminal if you want, but also you can use some other tools. So there are several ways of doing this, but I think VS Code probably is the biggest one out there. So you might just want to use the the best editor that you like. In my case, I use Visual Studio Code a lot. All right, guys. One other thing to note is when you install the Python library from the official website, it comes also with pip3, which is the package installer that you can use to install packages from your environment. So let's say if you want to install libraries or packages like pandas, numpy and whatnot, you can use pip3. So that's just one thing to know, that your Python comes with by default when you install it. Alright guys, that's all I had for you in this video. I just quickly wanted to show you how you can install Python on your local machine, and we did that. So if you like this video, please give thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Alright, I will see you then in the next one. Bye bye.